Sadia decided to send us a threatening lawyer.
Kent Gross.
Okay? And I got the email. When I saw it, I was like, ooh.
Spicy.
The only reason I don't have a DHA license is because when I first qualified, it expired. I didn't renew it because I was now online and I wasn't working in clinics. And in clinics, you need a DHA license.
You want to spend that money, girl? Good. But discovery means you're going to have to fork over emails. I'm going to need to see that DHA license that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see that BCP certificate that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see all them things.
But we're not going to ask for
And I know it'll never show up because they don't exist. You know what? I welcome it. Sue me.
Yeah.
Hey, sue me. I welcome it.
Oh, the plot has thickened yet again when it comes to the Sadia Khan story that's been unfolding for some time now. It's been about 2 weeks or so. But of course, the main characters leading the charge in the expose of Sadia Khan have been none other than Abba and Preach. Now, whether you like the brothers or not, you have to admit that this is one of the best dismantling jobs that we have seen in this space. I don't know if Abba is the descendant of an Ethiopian warlord or what, but this brother's conquest to completely dismantling the business of Sadia Khan is impressive. Now it looks like Sadia has officially sent over a letter threatening to sue Abba and Preach. So they're going to talk about that amongst other things. So let's break it down together. Without further ado.
Today's topic, Sadia Khan. Homegirl responded after the little expose that we did where we kind of exposed her for being a fraudulent health professional.
Is there a way that we can avoid talking about the screenshots altogether? Because that's the number that you get when you...
She threatened to sue us. But not only that, Sadia's got on Instagram and finally responded after all the backlash. She went radio silent. She shut down her socials. She shut down her WhatsApp groups, claiming to have degrees which were photoshopped and faked. She's decided to come out and make a statement. Sadia decided to send us a threatening lawyer.
Kent Gross.
Okay? And I got the email. When I saw it, I was like, ooh.
Spicy.
Ooh. She wanted to sue me all the way from Dubai, so she hired an American law firm. They sent me this letter. I'm going to read it for you guys word by word, okay? So this comes from K. Gross, LGK Lawyers, all right? September 2nd, 2025. It says, to John D. Defamation and slander per se complaint by Sadia Khan against John. Now, some of you might be confused because you're like, yo, Abba, is your real name John? No. They got the wrong name on this lawsuit. Just like Sadia's Khan, it's poorly done. So we're going to see that consistent thread here. Please take notice. We've been made aware of certain defamatory statements about our client, Sadia Khan, published by you on social media. We intend to prosecute claims against you personally for defamation, slander per se, and other tortuous conduct. As such, we make demand upon you now in advance of the litigation to cease and desist and refrain from A, posting, publishing, or distributing on social media by podcast, review, board, posts, or otherwise on the internet or in print, by television or radio, broadcast, or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan, any of her family members, and or communicating, or otherwise, broadcast, by telephone, email, text messages, or otherwise, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan. Again, any of her family members, contracts, agents, employees, contractors, and further, we demand that C, remove any post, publication, social media, by podcast, review, board posts, or otherwise on the internet, in print, or radio, broadcast, or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan,
What the fuck was that?
any of her family members, and her businesses, blah, blah, blah. This letter does not serve to waive any rights against you, nor does it reserve for you any expectation that we intend to communicate with you further prior to filing and serving proceedings against you. Conduct yourself accordingly. Sincerely, Kent
Sadia Khan.
Gross.
My bad.
Apparently this is like some kind of mill-like law firm where you pay a bit of money and they just send out letters on your behalf. That's why this was poorly done. Didn't have my name. It didn't include any of the defamatory statements. It didn't specify anything. The reason being is that this is a sham. This is nonsense. And you know what? If you want to sue me, Sadia, I welcome it. I beg you. Fucking do it. Because then we're going to have something called discovery. And I'm going to need to see that fucking degree.
The problem is that they're going to have to go after you, and they're going to have to see the veracity of what you're doing.
Baby.
You see, if you try to do that and we go there,
Yes,
we go to the extent of what you want to do, which is suing us, what's going to happen is that you're going to be under what we call scrutiny.
Yeah, discovery. Looking out on these internet streets, it seems as though the majority of the population doesn't actually understand what defamation is. Most people seem to think you can just sue people because it's bad critique of them. But no, it would have to be a lie. The immediate defamation case that comes to my mind is Tasha K versus Cardi B. Tasha K defamed Cardi B's character, saying, amongst other things, that she had herpes. Cardi B showed up in court with the results from the doctor's office that said that she didn't have herpes, and that, amongst other things that were stated, is the reason why Tasha K lost that case. If this goes beyond a cease and desist and they end up in court, she's going to have to prove that what they were saying in that video was defamatory, was false. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
They're going to ask you and demand you for the same thing that we are asking you for, that you're not able to provide. And then they're not us, but they're going to be able to prove our point. So please go ahead. It is not in your best interest to do
scammers
so.
don't
Let me
want
just say
discovery.
this. The ultimate defense against defamation is truth.
Yeah.
Meaning if the statements that you said are true, it can't be defamatory. My girl, my favorite porta potty. We are not in Dubai. We have laws here that allow us to make statements publicly, provided that they are true. And if they're not, then you have to still prove that it defamed you.
Yep.
Good luck. You want to spend that money, girl? Good. But discovery means you're going to have to fork over emails. I'm going to need to see that DHA license that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see that BCP certificate that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see all them things.
But we're not going to ask for
And
the
I
data.
know it'll never show up because they don't exist. But
And
you know what? I welcome it. Sue me.
Yeah.
Hey, sue me. I welcome it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, you hear this floor clacking, you know what that means? I live in the same $900 a month, which I split with my roommate, so that's $450 for the last 10 years. That means every YouTube dollar I made, I did not invest in this place. I continue to live in this rinky-dink apartment, okay? That means I saved a lot of money. And I'll blow it on this lawsuit. Try me. Oh, yes, I will. And I'll enjoy every second of it. I got time to waste. Try me.
Even your lawyer, before you even go into proceeding into suing us, your lawyer is going to be like, okay, well, do you have a license? And your lawyer is going to ask to see it. And your lawyer is going to ask to see all that DHQ. All your lawyer is going to ask to see that whatever certificate you got from British.
Yeah, and they're not going to want to
They're
represent.
going to ask that. That's your lawyer. In order to be able to form a defense against us, your lawyer is going to ask to see.
But you know what
and
they
when
say.
and when your lawyer is not going to see it, he's going to advise you not to proceed to give us what you need.
But don't worry about defense.
I'm not worried about
because you know what they say.
What they say?
The best defense is a good offense.
Sure.
She want to do the law thing? Okay. Well, guess what I did? I know your booty live up in there, Dubai, right? Right? Being a porta potty, do whatever you got to do. Cool. Guess what? You've been claiming to have a DHA license. You've been claiming that you're allowed to do what you do as a medical professional because your clients are overseas. That's what you told me. I asked you if you have a DHA license, which every medical professional, especially those calling themselves psychologists, need to have if they offer services in Dubai. You claim that because your your clients are overseas that it's acceptable for you to not have that license.
The only reason I don't have a DHA license is because when I first qualified, it expired. I didn't renew it because I was now online and I wasn't working in clinics. And in clinics, you need a DHA license.
I guess my question is, have you ever really had a DHA license in Dubai?
I started applying for it, but then my career took off.
That's not what you said.
Well, I contacted the DHA to ask myself. So let's see what they.
Sending them a cease and desist is probably the biggest mistake that she could have made outside of originally doing the interview with Abba, because it shows that you want to fight back. And listen, fight back if it's not the truth, because you going out on the offensive is going to make you get caught up in even more lies. All you had to do to defend against all of this is to just produce the master's degree, just produce the license. And then all of this would have went away, but instead you file a cease and desist. But no, it had to go deeper. And now you got Abba contacting whatever authorities in Dubai. Like, this might turn into her getting deported. Like, this is crazy. Let's keep going.
He said, you want to see?
Oh my God. You really fucking did it.
Hey, man. The conversation starts. Says, this is Aya. How may I assist you? I said, hello. I'm looking for information about a psychologist in Dubai who offered me services online. I'm trying to determine if she's legitimate. The person replies, oh, sure, we'd love to assist you. Is this Mrs. or Mr. Dave? I said, my name is Mr. Newman. Dave is my middle name. My first name, my middle name is Fresh. She's like, okay, man. Sounds good. He's right here. She said, please note that all professionals in the medical field must have a DHA license to practice the field. I said, even if her client is overseas while she's based in Dubai, she sent me this email claiming she doesn't need to be licensed, and I didn't believe her. I sent her the email that she sent me. If she's doing online treatments from Dubai, she must have a license to be a psychologist over there. And she goes, yes. To offer those services? She goes, yes. So she confirmed for me. My own research confirmed for me that everyone in Dubai who practices, doesn't matter whether your clients are there or not. So she's been running this medical practice illegally this whole time. And it turns out there's a bunch of people on the ground right now contacting the DHA Association nonstop. Now look, I'm not going to pursue this anything crazy. I'm just putting this information out there. If you check the description below, we have a little website that we set up. Shout out to Goob. Goob helped me with this. Oh, here's the website. Can you see it? What does it say?
Side piece Sadia.
Side piece Sadia. Sidepiecesadia.com. Okay. If you have a history of hiring Sadia Khan as a therapist,
Go click on the link right now.
psychologist, go check the description right now. You want to play with me? You want to play with me? I'll play. Attending one of our events or buying any of our programs, please click the link to provide proof of this to the Dubai Health Authority. And there's a little link you clear down there. And also, if you want to hear more from Sadia,
Get deported.
You're registered on your website. I can do it today. What are you going to do about it?
Welcome to the show.
Whoa. Somebody have full track on that.
Yo.
Check the description if you want to know where that's from.
Yo.
Whether or not they're going to choose to enforce their laws over there in Dubai is none of my business. It's not my concern. But I do know that if enough people contact them and let them know that she's over there, flaunting the fact that she doesn't respect the law, the fact that she doesn't care, and that she'll do her business her way because she's unprofessional, and in another life she'd be a criminal if she wasn't a therapist, according to her words.
Y'all already know I had to go to the website real quick. Wow.
You're registered on your website.
That's crazy. It looks like if you click on the email here button, it doesn't look like you guys can see it, but up pops a email, info@dha.gov. And the subject is Sadia Khan psychologist fraud. And I also wanted to take a look that according to the United Arab Emirates, what is the consequences of fraud? And I found this website, and you could see here what it is defined as, which is encompassing capturing transferable money or documents through trickery or false names or personalities. And the punishments, legal consequences for swindling in the UAE are significant. Offenders upon conviction under Article 451 face imprisonment for nearly 2 years or a fine capped at 20,000 AED. Aggravating circumstances arise if the subject matter involves government funds or entities specified in Article 5, Recidivists may face police surveillance for up to 2 years. And this is for citizens. I would imagine that if you are not from the country, then deportation might be also on the docket. And believe it or not, there's still some folks out there that are arguing that, who cares about the accreditation? And you could think of it like this, that being accredited to practice medicine is like having a pilot's license to fly. Are there people that can fly without the pilot license? Yes, anybody can download Flight Simulator on their Windows computer, study everything for a year or 2 years, but without the proper certifications, without the proper training, they risk crashing the plane way often, way more than someone with the proper accreditation and the training. And that's risking lives. If you set up a flying business and you say that you're accredited pilot, then the people are paying a fee based off of this safety guarantee. So if you obtain that money, then it's fraudulent in nature. Let's proceed.
Her words.
If I wasn't doing psychology, 100% I would be a drug dealer. There is no other job role on this planet that suits my personality more, because I have a very poor work ethic. I am unprofessional, and I don't respect the law. I'm like, law schmo, it's fine, we'll get away with it, it's not a problem.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's okay to let them know that someone's coming into their country disrespecting them. You go to Ethiopia, laws are laws. And sometimes they enforce them, sometimes. But if you shit on Ethiopians while you're over there, if you disrespecting them, now the laws exist.
It's a wrap.
So, you know, if you watch it right now, wondering how you can get involved, check the description, I'm just saying. And if you were one of the people who might have been buying her services and you were aggrieved,
Scammed.
you are allowed to contact the DHA. They want to hear from you because you are a primary source and that you are one of her patients. I'm going to read her reply to everything that's happened. Let's take a look. I would like to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to my followers, friends, tricks, families, lovers, kindness, and support during this challenging time. It is for you and for you alone that I feel it is important to address some of the false narratives. Ooh. First and foremost, I want to reassure you that I'm fully trained to practice the work I do.
No.
Liar! I am fully trained to practice the work I do. I will not allow fabrications like this to invalidate the values I stand for.
Sure.
To my loyal community, I'm so deeply sorry for the distress.
What's actually interesting about that statement is that being fully trained also doesn't mean that you're certified, right? Like if she said that she was fully certified to do the work that I do, right? Like it could be a little word change right there that could leave a nebulous conclusion on whether or not she's confirming or denying the allegations.
Rumors may have caused you. Cool.
Cool.
Where's your master's degree? And where's your certificate from the British Psychological Society?
UCL and British.
That's it. You know, she said she wanted to address some of the narratives. You notice she never addressed the stuff that's actually important or substantial about her. She just said it's fake news. And that's it. It's so easy. If you have the degree, show it. You're a medical professional. Show it. If I ask any doctor, he's got it in a frame in his office.
Yeah.
You ask for it, they'll send it to their patients. They have no problem. You won't because you're a fraud. You're not a psychologist. You're not trained. You're not licensed. You're a scammer.
And you're probably not even fiance. But that's besides the point. It's like asking any athletes, where's your medals? On the wall.
That's it. Nah, I want to ask you guys this. Go talk to any medical professional that you know and ask them, do they carry photoshopped degrees with them at all times?
No.
Do they post Photoshop degrees that they made on their
Absolutely not.
Just ask them and then come back and sue me.
To be honest, I wouldn't trust any medical professional that wasn't absolutely proud of their degrees. If they're not showing it, then they got something to hide. I want to go take a look at her actual Instagram profile to see the reception. So here goes the post. You can see it here on Instagram about a day or so ago, and it has over 10,000 likes. You've helped so many people, including many of my clients, navigate their relationship challenges. I applaud your resilience and your dedication to your core mission. I'm proud to call you one of my friends and trusted colleagues. Isn't this that divorce lawyer guy? Very interesting. Let's read a couple of more. You say rumors, prove it, receipts, or repentance. Until then, this reads as a narrative of control. Why keep followers muzzled if the evidence clears you? Just present the license and degrees. It's really that easy. Even my own psychologist did this before we even started our first session, so I don't see what the problem is. How do you explain the evidence such as the voicemail? So a lot of likes, but also a lot of dissension in the comment section. Let's go back to the video.
With that in mind, I wanted to go to this last note. I remember seeing a couple criticisms from the previous video. Some people felt like some aspects were a little bit off. So I felt like it might be a good idea to close some of those loops, as some of you might be confused.
Go ahead.
First off, some of you said, well, Abba, how do we know those screenshots are her? Oh, maybe that voice recording is AI. You don't have to wonder if that's her in that voice recording, because she admits that it's her in that voice recording.
And I said, I don't touch your man. And this is my nature, right? This is honestly my nature. If I wanted to, I could suck his dick on your wedding day. If I wanted to.
Sadia's excuse, according to her words, is that She was annoyed that this girl was even calling her because she wasn't messing with that man.
So she said,
but the way
could.
she got back at her is like saying like,
I could.
yeah, I could take your man if I wanted to. That's her claim. Why is that important? That recording audio is from the same person who took screenshots from that man's phone, which Sadia was texting. So if you guys look at all the screenshots that we share, you can see her finger. She was recording from another phone, scrolling through her man's phone. Okay? So everyone's saying, oh, Abba, this is Photoshop, yada, yada, yada. Understand, it's a video recording of someone looking through that phone. Sadia already authenticated half of that, which is the audio recording. So maybe you guys believe that the audio recording is the only part that's real, but everything else was fake. But understand, that's from the same person.
Everything is all in the same, yeah.
Now, Sadia claimed that, oh, the man haven't come forth. That's true. The woman, after coming forward and mentioning this in private to some individuals, the very next day after that video came out, her job was contacted. Someone started harassing her, trying to have her sent to jail. Who would that be? The man, he's already admitted to everything. He just doesn't want to go public because he doesn't want the drama, and he's moved on and he's with somebody else. That's the gist of it on the behind the scenes. You guys don't have to believe that. That's okay. But her claiming nothing happened, she lying. And here's the thing, I don't even care. You want to go with dudes who are about to be, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's not the big.
But it's just funny that you're a dating coach trying to tell people how to get their ideal relationship. Meanwhile, you were stuck in some side piece situation to some rich dude. Oh, Abba, you manipulated her into doing this interview. Sadia contacted me, not the other way. I agreed. After she backed out, that's when I started, smooching her up. But we weren't having phone calls. We weren't doing that. I just sent her 2 emails saying, hey, listen, I think what people are doing to you is a bit unfair, blah, blah, blah. And that was enough to butter her up. Y'all realize this woman knew that she was trying to use me for a PR spin. She was trying to use me to tell her story so that she would look better.
The snake got snaked.
Now,
like, what are you talking about? She was the one that was being sneaky.
Here's what I'll say too. I had done a lot of research on her, so I knew that she was doing shady stuff. But has she come on and been honest with me? Had she been on and said, here's my degree? This video never comes out, and that previous video we did would get deleted, and I would make a follow-up video saying, hey, people are wrong about her.
And you said that.
And I told her that. All I asked her is, I will not put this out as long as you don't come up and lie to me. She said, no worries, you can fact check everything.
And I can get that everything for you. If
And
you
she
need
never
anything
sent it.
notarized, I can put everything sent to you. And I can get all of that sent to you with the numbers associated with it. I can get all of that sent to you as well. Feel free afterwards, if you just need to double check, please let me know. I've got no problem. Please feel free. If you just want to fact check it, no problem at all.
Here's the thing. Sadia thought I was a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Sadia thought she could manipulate me and con me the way she's done most of her fans. How do I know that? Because if you watch the way Sadia responds to other people who don't have a following, she's disgusting.
She goes off.
I will read to you what a fan of ours sent me. Okay? Apparently, she's a therapist. Listen to what she said to a man who's in therapy. She calls him a weak man. She says, you are the exact man no woman will be attracted to, and you know it. She's in the DMs with this guy. And he says, how do you know? I've been at rock bottom, yes. And she says, because you are soft and weak, like therapy. Women don't fuck men in therapy. They use them as sisters. That's a therapist talk.
God damn.
And this is not even the tip of the iceberg. I hope you're going to die soon, and you must die soon because you seem like a miserable person. So I wish that for you to come sooner. Things that she's really said. But with me, she never talked like that.
Yeah,
Never.
she was very nice.
Leverage.
She needed me
She needed the
be of use
PR.
to her.
Leverage.
So with me, she was very diplomatic. With everyone else who was critical of her, flamed the shit out of them. Personally, I don't think I ordered anything. In fact, I'm going to do one better. I'm going to put the link to the website, sidepiecesadia.com, right down here. If you want to report her to the DHA, feel free, all right? You're a medical professional, a charlatan, pretender, going around claiming credits that don't belong to you so you can get more clients and have more fame, okay? Stop.
Get some help.
All right, let me pause the video right here. It's actually fun, like listening to what they're saying. I've had people as well that, I've created content about them and they've hit me up, kind of like, yeah, you're right. Like, but they were trying to butter me up so that they can get back on the platform to do who knows what else, right? Like just recently, I talked about a particular family that was doing kind of sexual content with their children. And I had an email on the back end, and I'm kind of looking at it. Meanwhile, they said that they stopped doing this content, but then I got other commentators that are saying, oh no, they actually took it up a notch. Here goes this other content. And I looked and I'm just like, oh, this shit just happened again, right? So they were buttering me up on the back end, but they wanted to get up on probably to spread themselves to a whole new audience. So you got to be careful how people want to leverage the reach that you already had. And it's clear that it was a PR fumble that she wanted to utilize their platform to try to alleviate that fumble, but underestimated that Abba was never on her side to begin with. Nevertheless, holy moly. I think one of the real takeaways from all of this is that be who you are. Be who you say that you are. You cannot build credibility on a foundation of lies. It's weak foundation. That foundation is made out of baby skin and toilet paper, all right? It's weak. It's foundationless, all right? But you got to also think about, if you can snake your way with so many different smoke and mirrors and fake dating guru, right? You take a hold of a couple of different catchy talking points. People will do this at varying degrees. The majority of people that do this are not public figures. Usually it's in dark corners of our world, right? Where they will not be held to this degree as responsible for their actions, their lying actions. But in this case, because she is a public figure, as the receipts come out, everything will collapse. And what makes it crazy on top of all of this is that she can have literally the exact same story without the licensure, without the certifications, without the master's degree, without the PhD, whatever it is that she has, the accolades that she has, the certificate, without all of that, she could have still got up on these different podcasts and talk with the same accent, and she would have been fine, all right? She would have been fine. But the one thing that I enjoy about the internet is that it exposes fake people after a while. In the new digital age, the receipts are absolutely everything. You cannot just hide behind a title that you call yourself or a law firm that may or may not exist or credentials that you cannot prove, because eventually the truth will come out. And when it does, the fail is 10 times harder. All right, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment box down below. This degree of exposure just makes me feel icky. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it just reminds me of the importance of being yourself, being true to you, and not to cut the line, but to do it one step at a time. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Until next time, peace.